So last lecture we are done with the first unit, and now we are going to start with the second unit. So second unit, in first unit we were having total 5 chapters which we have completed, and now we are going to start with the chapter number 6, that is functions in Python. So in today's session, from this chapter we are going to learn two topics, that is function arguments and anonymous function. uh, First thing which I would like to tell, that why we use or why we are making use of function when we want to perform certain line of code for certain number of times. So we will simply write that certain line of code inside function definition, and then we can call that particular function n number of times as and when needed. So basically function is nothing but a block of organized reusable code, definitely, which we will call when we need it, and when we doesn't need it, then we will keep it as a commented section, or we will not call the function. So this concept is used like for every lecture I am giving one example only. If we are considering the fan is having two functions, on and off. It's not like that once we on the fan it will remain on for all the lifetime. No, when we don't need it, we will simply perform the off operation, that is we will switch off the button, right? So like that only functions are there. The code which is written inside the function, when we need that particular code, we will simply call the function, and when we don't need that code, then simply comment the, or simply not to call, give a call to that function. So this concept is there. Again, the declaration of function is totally different in Python as compared to other programming languages. In other programming language, we write down, if I want to declare add function, then we write the return type like void, int, float, and then name of the function, and then that particular function is having parameters within the parenthesis. But here the declaration of function in Python is totally different. To declare the function in Python, we make use of def keyword, def. So that is, def is nothing but the definition. So when you want to declare a function in Python, you have to use def keyword. After def, you will write down the name of the function. Then within round bracket, you will be having parameters same like C and C++. And after that, make use of colon. So colon will tell that now the function is started. And then just write down the with the indented format whatever content you want to write inside the function. So just see the example which is present in the square bracket. That is, we have created print me. To create function, first we used def keyword, def, then put space. After that, write down the name of the function. So in this example, we are having print me as the name of the function. Then into round bracket we are having parameter. As we all know that we don't have data type in Python. So str is a variable which we have passed as an argument or parameter to the print me function. At the runtime, the interpreter will recognize whether it is of int type or string type or any type. That is interpreter's duty. After that, in the content we have written print str, and after print str we make use of return keyword, because of which the statement will be printed or the value is passed to the function. For that it is compulsory return. So this is the function definition. Okay. After that, if you want to call the function, calling is normal like a C. That is, just write down the name of the function, print me, into round bracket. str is nothing but the message which you want to pass. So within a double quotes, write down I am first call to user defined function. So it is user defined function. We are having so many inbuilt function also which we are going to learn later, but right now we have started with the user defined function. Means it is not the inbuilt function which is present inside the Python. We are creating our own function, whatever name with which we want, the number of parameters, again the choice is ours. So this is the first program of function. Again I am repeating, to create a function in Python, use def keyword. After that, name of the function. After that, if you want parameter, just give the parameters. If you don't want parameters, don't write them. Then colon, and with intended format, write down the statements which we want to display, like this. So output of this program will be I am first called user defined function and again second call to the same function. This is the output of the given program. After that, function arguments. Actually we are having different types of arguments. Again this concept, this topic is new in Python. This many types of arguments we are not having in other programming language. So basically we are having four types of formal arguments which we can provide to the function. First one is require argument, second is keyword argument, third one is default argument, fourth one is variable length argument. So now we are going to start with the first one, that is required argument. So what is required argument? Required argument means the previous program which we have seen, in that we have passed one parameter str. So that is nothing but your required argument. We have to provide one parameter when we call the function. Similarly, if you provided two variables like def print me into round bracket a comma b, so when you make call to that function print me, you have to provide two arguments. That is compulsory. So that is called as required argument, without which you will get simply error message. You will not get output. So again the program which we have previously seen for the function, the same program they have given. We in print me function, first example, we are having single argument. Okay, so we have to provide single argument. So if you notice the program in print me, we have not provided anything. So definitely what will be the output? Output is shown below. You will get such type of error. Just see the result within second square bracket rectangle with a border. That is the output of the previous program. So required means if you provide one parameter, that parameter should be provided when you make call to that function. So that is required argument, and it is actually common in all the programming languages. Otherwise we are getting few arguments. Such errors are there in other languages, but in this we will get such type of syntax error. After the next type of argument is keyword argument. So in keyword argument, basically when we want to provide the value, when we make a call to that function, we will make use of the variable name which we have declared in function definition. So just see the example, def print me, okay, into round bracket str. So name of our variable is str. So when we make a call to this function, it is normally, as we have seen, that is print me into round bracket. You will not simply provide within double quote my string. You will write down the name of the variable which you have passed as a parameter in a function definition, that is str. So while passing the value to the function, we will make use of argument name str equal to within double quotes my string. If there are two variables, for example print me a comma b, so print me into round bracket a equal to 10 comma b equal to 20. So we will make use of the variable names which we have declared. That is called as keyword argument. Keywords are nothing but the argument is identified by the parameter name. Okay, so for that purpose I have given this. In second example, name and age are two formal arguments. So while passing the name or arguments to the function while calling, we have written print info into round bracket age equal to 50 comma name equal to me. So I hope this is simple concept, actually keyword arguments. After that, default arguments. Default argument means, from the example you will come to know, in first function print info, we are having name comma age equal to 35. Okay, so age is our default argument. Means if the user is not providing the value of age, by default 35 will be considered. Just see the first example. Print info function we have created, in that we are having two arguments to the function, name comma age equal to 35. So now age equal to 35 is nothing but our default argument. Okay, within a colon, what code we have written inside? Print name colon comma name and age we have displayed. Okay, written keyword is compulsory, otherwise the value is not written by the function. After that, just see the calling portion. Print info into round bracket age 50 comma name Mickey. So now and one more important thing, when we using default argument, the sequence is not compulsory of the parameter. which is compulsory in other programming languages. Like now if you see the definition, first you declare the name, first you provided name as a argument, second one is age. So if we are having other programming languages, then we have to maintain this sequence. That is, first we have to provide the string value, then we have to provide integer value. But as this is Python, talented programming languages, we can change the sequence also. So if you notice, print info into round bracket, first parameter they have provided as a age, but we provide the value by using keyword arguments. So we are making use of keywords. So from the keyword, the interpreter will come to know to whom or to which variable we are providing the value. So now age equal to 50, comma name equal to Mickey. So this line, when we make call to the function by having these arguments, we will get output as, first we have displayed the name, so Mickey, and age will be 50. It will not take the default value because you have provided the new value. So it will simply override the value. But if you notice the second example, or just see the second line, that is print info into round bracket name equal to Mickey. So we have provided only single argument Mickey, right? Name value we have given, we have not provided age value. So in this situation, it will not give you any error message. It will display the name as Mickey, and it will take the value of age parameter as 35. That is nothing but the default value which we have initialized. Means if we are not providing the value, it will take the default value which you have defined or declared inside function parameter. Again, second example is also similar. X comma y equal to 50 we have declared. So when we call the function myfun comma 10, so only single value we have provided, so that value is considered as a x value, and y we have not provided, means it will take the default value, that is 50. Okay, so this is default argument. After that, variable length argument. Variable name means, suppose in some situation you don't have any exact idea that how many parameters you need to provide. So in that situation, you will make use of variable length arguments. Means in variable length argument, you don't need to provide the variable names, that is comma separated list. Just give the single name, just provide the single variable with asterisk symbol. So that asterisk symbol tells that we will be having non-keyword variable arguments. Non-keyword means we will not be having the perfect name to the value. Like in case of str, we have provided str equal to my class. So str is a keyword which we have used. Actually both the things are possible, that is with keyword also we can provide the variable length arguments, and without keyword also. So first example which we are having, that is without keyword. So in this example, just see, we have created def, that is function. To create function we make use of def. Name of our function is myfun. Then within parenthesis we have provided star argv. Okay, so star argv is nothing but the variable length argument. It's not necessary that you have to use argv. You can make use of any variable name, like your name also, but asterisk is compulsory. And after that I have used for, then take any variable name in argv. Means whatever arguments which we have provided to the function, one by one the arguments are copied inside avg variable, and then we are printing the avg. So just see the calling part, myfun into round bracket, we have provided 4 values, that is hello, welcome, to, geeks for geeks. So now this is variable argument, so you can provide 2 arguments while function calling, 4 arguments, 10 arguments, whatever arguments you want. Okay, so in this example, myfun into round bracket, we have provided 4 values. So all the values, that is first hello is stored inside arg, then it is displayed. After that, welcome is stored inside arg. So in argv, it is used to store multiple arguments, right? So it will store all the values, hello, welcome, to, geeks for geek, as a separate 4 values, and then we are taking one value from argv inside arg, and then displaying the values with the help of print statement. So you will get output of this program as hello, welcome, to, geeks for geeks. So now in this we have not make use of keywords while calling or while providing the value. Next program which we are going to see, in that we have provided the keyword. So this is the example. So whenever again star KWARGS, actually it is mistakenly displayed as 2 times star, it should be 1 time star, just to tell that is it is, or we are making use of keyword arguments. This is the reason why we have given 2 stars before the parameter, that is 2 star KWARGS. After that, within definition we have written for, and now as I said, that is with the help of keyword we are passing the value to the function. So we will be having key and value pair. This is the reason why for we have used key comma value in the name of the parameter, that is KWARGS dot items. It will be having multiple data but with the key and value format. So we have make use of items. So it is a kind of dictionary value which we are providing. Dictionary topic is there afterwards. So print into round bracket percentage double equal to percentage, and then within percent we have displayed the key and value combination. So just I make call to the function myFun into round bracket first equal to geeks, comma mid equal to for, last equal to geeks. So one by one, that is first and geeks. So first is nothing but key and geeks is nothing but value. So now in this example we are having KWARGS is having total 3 items, okay, of key and value pair. So one by one the key and value pair from the KWARGS items will be stored inside key and value, and then it is displayed in the format which we have provided. So this is in previous example we have passed multiple arguments, but in that we have not used keyword, that is name of the variable. With the help of that we have not initialized the value, but now in this example we are having the keyword and we are assigning the value to those keyword while passing to the function. So this is that was variable length argument. After that there is again new topic, new concept in function, sorry, in Python, that is anonymous function. Anonymous means, what is the meaning of anonymous? The word or which is having no name. So if you want to declare a function which is having no name, then that particular function is called as anonymous function. So just to declare the anonymous function we make use of one keyword, that is lambda. Actually anonymous function is similar to we have seen macro, right? If you remember, hash, define, and then we are creating the method. So the same thing, that is macro thing is there, we can implement using the anonymous function, but here we have to make use of the keyword lambda. So anonymous function only contain the variable names. After that the expression will be there, calculative expression will be there, but it will not print anything. For to print you have to use separate print statement, okay? So that is anonymous function. Let's see its example. First if you see, that is the anonymous function. Cube equal to, cube is nothing but the name of the function or the variable in which we are going to store the value, and which value we are going to store inside cube? Lambda x colon x into x into x, means after lambda and before colon we have written x, so that is nothing but we are creating anonymous function which is having single parameter, and after colon the function definition, that is what that particular function will do, that we have provided. So what our function will do, it will perform x into x into x, okay, and then that value is stored inside the cube. So cube is indirectly, actually it is a variable, but we will take it as a name of the function. So cube equal to lambda is compulsory. After that number of variables which you want to be a part of your function, that you will declare as a comma separated list. After colon you will write down the logic which you want to perform. After that, to call the lambda function or anonymous function, just write print. After that the variable which you have used, like in first example we use cube, so just write down cube into round bracket. After lambda we have given only single variable, so now cube will have only single parameter, that is 7. So 7 into 7 into 7, that is 343 will be calculated and then printed. Again see the next example, we are having sum as the name of the variable in which we are going to store the addition of two numbers. So sum equal to lambda We want to store addition of two numbers, so we will declare two variables, arg1 comma arg2. Okay, so lambda, after that variable declaration, then we will put colon, and after colon write down the expression, that is what you want to do, addition. So just write down arg1 plus arg2 semicolon. It's like a macro, if you remember in C we have already done this. And after that we are having print, and we will make call to the sum. So value of total comma sum into round bracket 10 comma 20, so it will perform 10 plus 20, that is 30 will be your answer. Again we have make call to this anonymous function by writing sum 20 comma 20. After that the round bracket is missing, just give that round bracket. So 20 plus 20, 40 will be your answer. So this is the anonymous function, which is again new concept. With the help of lambda keyword we are creating this. All these things are not there in your textbook, at least set publication, which we normally prefer. So if you want to remember Python, then you have to do the comparison. You just have to make list of which are the new things which are not there in any programming languages and there in Python. So today we have learned lots of things. That is, we never pass value along with the keyword in C, C++ or any programming language which is there in Python. We never have a variable length argument. Actually we have, that is when we provide public static void main string args. That is not there in your syllabus. It is a part of Java and C# that you will learn later. But these are the new things which you should remember, that is anonymous function. So this much is there in today's lecture. Today we have seen lot of things, how to declare function. With the help of def keyword we will declare the function. After that we have seen different arguments. We are having required argument, after that we are having keyword argument, default argument, variable length argument. Okay, then we have seen the anonymous function concept, which is again new in Python. So this much is there in today's lecture. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe.